Welcome to Unbeatable Developer Academy. Our goal is to help 100 million people by becoming better developers. Do you know the 4 deadly developer labels? They are entry-level, junior, mid-level, and senior. If you want to be average and poor, label yourself with one of these titles. Otherwise, stop it. This labeling is a product of small thinking. People like to title themselves because they feel significant by doing that. Significance, or validation, is one of the 6 core human needs. Do you know what's funny about these labels? It's that there is no definition of what entry-level, junior, mid-level, or senior actually means. Think of university degrees. Let's say you have a bachelor degree and you meet a guy who has a master degree. Does it mean the other guy is more intelligent? Does it mean he's richer than you? Might be, but if you think it's a rule, you are insane. If you call yourself entry-level, junior, or mid-level, you are belittling yourself in the eyes of senior developers. You are subordinating to their authority. As an Unbeatable Developer Academy student, you should never subordinate to any other developers, because you are working in alignment with the universal force. That's the only authority you will ever need. What happens when you label yourself anything lower than senior? You adopt a subconscious thought that you can't do something that seniors can. The problem with this, as Henry Ford once set into stone, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are right. Did you accept a lower salary just because you think you need 5 more years until you reach that senior role? Congratulations! You think like masses do. Did you notice that masses are not rich and masses don't provide exceptional value for the world? Now, let's look at the other side of the medal. If you call yourself senior, it's toxic too, because you think you are better than other developers. You let your ego speak. You trap yourself into being authority. You become comfortable about your life. And when you feel comfortable, you are not setting goals as big as you could. You are no more pursuing dreams as big as you could. You are no more thinking as big as you could, and you stop giving exceptional value to the world. Feeling important is the product of small thinking. Let's take a look into what small thinking generated over the years. Common fallacy number 1. Most developers will try to prove you that conditions of seniority do in fact exist. They say you are senior when your boss says so, or when your colleagues call you senior. If you believe in this, you are subordinating to the thinking of your boss or your colleagues. Who are they to determine who you are in life? Why do you think they are more superior than you? Nobody can tell you who you are in life because everything you see is a creation of the universe. Nothing is bigger than the universe, hence nobody has more power than it. When defining who you are, only listen to yourself. Never subordinate to other people. Common fallacy number 2. Some people say, if you do not have at least one senior developer in a leadership role on your team, your project is doomed to fail. What? How about Peter Levels then? He doesn't know more about coding than a fresh college graduate, but he is leading a team and making over 600 grand a year. Most developers who call themselves a senior earn only a fraction of that. If you want to lead, you need to first have a clear vision. Second, have faith in your vision. Third, understand people. That's it. You don't need any senior labels, and you don't need to know everything about your programming language. Common fallacy number 3. Some people say that PHP has horrible coding practices. That's why you can never be senior if you know only PHP. Who decides what is a good practice? Is it C++ developers? You know, good or horrible is always relative. For the backend, I never did anything else than PHP. But it didn't prevent me from building great products powering $10 million plus businesses. And it didn't prevent me from becoming a successful developer. Your customers don't care if you are senior or junior. Most of them don't even know what these words mean. They don't care if their product is written in PHP, Go, Java, C, Python, or whatever language. All they care is that the product works, and all you care is to charge money for it. After all, if you are smarter than most developers, feel free to use PHP, because you don't want other people to label you senior anyway. Now let's put the final nail into this topic. Let's talk about the illusion of experience. Imagine two developers. The first one has 3 months of experience. The second one has 10 years of experience and 20 different certificates. The first guy can easily give 100 times more value to the world than the second one. Peter Levels and many other developers proved this by their own personal experience. Do you know why it's easier to become a millionaire with no experience? Because experience becomes a burden if you don't handle it properly. Experience makes you think that you already know what works and what doesn't. So you don't even bother to try when you know something doesn't work. But this is just your perception. Wise people know this. I know one thing that I know nothing. In reality, everything changes, so you can never know what works and what doesn't. From my personal experience, acting as a child with a fresh mind usually brings the best results. If you want to become a millionaire, experience and technical skills doesn't matter at all. It only matters if you want to gain 10 different certificates and be appreciated by your colleagues having the so-called senior status. But this shouldn't bother you at all, because anybody who uses any of those 4 deadly labels is a product of small thinking. As an Unbeatable Developer Academy student, you must only take advice from people who think bigger than you. Never listen to those who think small. Now, to take immediate benefit of this lesson, I ask you to do the following in the next 24 hours. Step number 1. Ask your boss, colleagues, or clients to stop labeling you entry, junior, mid, or senior. If it's written on your contract, ask to remove it. If it's not possible, change your job. This is important because labels sink into your subconscious mind. Step number 2. Stop labeling other developers. Step number 3. Repeat every morning, I am the developer who is giving exceptional value to the world. Because of that, I live in abundance and I don't care whether people label me junior or senior. Now I know what you are thinking. These steps might sound silly, but I take them seriously, because what you put into your subconscious mind materializes in the real world. Your subconscious mind is responsible for your beliefs. Beliefs become your thoughts become your words become your actions become your habits become your values, and your values become your destiny. If you are still not sure if you should stop labeling yourself or others, think about how those labels are toxic for you and other people around. Welcome to Unbeatable Developer Academy. Our goal is to help 100 million people by becoming better developers.